Hello, and thank you for watching Belmont University's housing selection video. During this video, we will discuss some recent housing changes for the upcoming academic year, as well as highlight some important points in the housing occupancy agreement. We will also take you step by step through the process of how to select your housing assignment and roommate for next year. This year, residents will only be able to pair themselves with one other roommate for the housing selection process. This means that you will be able to match with one other person within our housing system and participate together in the housing draw to be placed together as roommates. Any students that have acquired more than 60 credit hours by the end of the current semester will not be automatically placed in the housing draw because on-campus housing is optional for these students. Students with 60 or more credit hours who wish to live on campus must sign up for the housing draw using their My Belmont account. To do this, you will click on the green housing icon from the Launchpad, then select Housing Application from the menu across the top, and select Housing Draw Sign Up to fill out the application. We will show you this process step by step later on in the video. Here are a few things to know regarding the Housing Occupancy Agreement. Students are required to live on campus unless you have over 60 credit hours prior to the start of the fall semester. You will be 21 years or older prior to the start of the fall semester. You will be living with a parent, legal guardian, grandparent, or a sibling who is over the age of 25, or you are married or will be married within the semester for which you are applying for an exemption, or if you have legal dependents or children. If you do not meet the criteria listed, the university's residency requirement remains in effect. Students who are required to live on campus who do not participate in the housing draw will automatically be assigned to a space at the conclusion of the housing selection process. Exemptions to the residency requirement must be requested through emailing housing@belmont.edu. Here are some important dates to remember regarding the housing selection process. All housing selection and assignments will be done through using your My Belmont account. On your My Belmont homepage, click on the green Housing tab in your Launchpad. Then click on the Application tab located across the top of the page and select Housing Selection Draw to select your roommate and to begin the housing selection process. If you do not see the green Housing tab, the Application tab, or the Housing Selection Draw option, please contact our office for assistance. Your roommate must be a current on-campus student. Once you select your roommate through My Belmont, an email will be sent to that person to verify the request. Your roommate must verify this request for it to be applied. If you select a roommate before your draw time, the roommate with the best or first draw time should select the room. As long as the other person has verified the roommate selection request, they will automatically be added to the room. Therefore, they will not have to do anything during their draw time. You will be assigned a draw time to select your housing assignment for next year. Once your time begins, you can log into your My Belmont account and select your space for next year. Draw times are based on anticipated total credit hours earned at the end of this current semester and are assigned randomly within each classification group. Seniors get to choose first, then juniors, then sophomore group A, sophomore group B, and finally freshmen. Waiting lists for buildings will be maintained once a building has been filled. If your desired location is filled, students should reserve a space in another building and then request online to be added to the waiting list for their desired complex. If a student only wants to move with their preferred roommate, both students should send separate requests and be sure to include the roommate's name in their request. Please keep in mind that there is limited apartment space on campus and that not all students will be able to select apartments. Students should prepare by determining a second and third choice option in case their first choice is not available at their assigned time to select their housing. The cancellation fees and refund tables are listed below and begin on the first day of the housing draw. Please note that these dates are subject to change. As a reminder, Belmont University requires all full-time undergraduate students with less than 60 credit hours prior to the start of the fall semester to live on campus. If you are required to live on campus and do not participate in the housing draw, you will automatically be given a housing assignment at the conclusion of the housing selection process. To submit a cancellation or exemption request, students can use the Housing Cancellation Request application on the Applications tab of their My Belmont Housing tab. Remember, requests outside of the housing requirement exemption criteria will not be approved. That's it for today. For more information, check out our page on your My Belmont account by clicking on Campus Life, Residence Life, and then Housing Selection. The website includes tutorials and screenshots on how to complete the whole housing selection process. If you have any questions about this process, please email reslife@belmont.edu or call us. You can also call or email your residence director. Check out our belmont.edu/reslife page to find their contact information. Thanks for watching.